Hello, everyone. Back with a new live stream video. And it is an exciting night. 23rd of January, Tuesday, the year 2024. It's an election year. And it is an exciting night. And I'm going to be discussing some exciting news, which I'm sure you already know what I'm going to be talking about, the New Hampshire primary. But before that, I'm going to wait maybe a few moments, give it a few more moments for people to join. Let's see. Terry joins. Terry writes, ta-da. Okay, hi, Terry. Thank you for joining. Now, this is a little bit of a different time slot that I've chosen tonight than usual. It's 9:30 p.m. Michael joins. Michael writes, hey, y'all. Hello, Michael. Thank you for joining. And maybe I'll wait a few more moments for others to join. But it is exciting. It's an exciting evening. And okay. So more people are joining. Okay. Well, maybe I should wait a little longer, maybe just a few more seconds before I continue. So thank you all for staying connected. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are excited about the result of the New Hampshire primary, the Republican primary. So breaking news, my friends, Donald Trump has won the New Hampshire Republican primary. Breaking news and predictable news. We talked about it before. I did say, and a lot of my viewers also felt the same way, that Trump would win the New Hampshire Republican primary. And Fox News decision desk projects that Trump has won. NBC News projects that Trump has won. And this is big news. And I've said it on my channel before that Trump's going to win the New Hampshire primary. Now, I was very excited yesterday. It was the kind of excitement that you experience when you anticipate that something good is going to happen. You know that something good is going to happen. So yesterday, that's how I was feeling. I was looking forward to the 23rd of January, that is today's date, and I was thinking something great is going to happen. And the excitement that I feel right now is different because now I know that Trump has won. And so it's an excitement. It's a feeling of excitement along with a feeling of victory. Trump is victorious. All eyes are now on Donald Trump. All eyes are now on Donald Trump. And I'm sure you agree with me. But let me also tell you, all eyes are now on Nikki Haley too. Because the big question is, what is Nikki Haley going to do after the New Hampshire Republican primary? Okay, before I move forward, let me check the chat window. As you are joining, please say hello. Please write a comment. Michael writes, she needs to drop out. Michael, that's what I'm going to be discussing. The question is Nikki Haley going to drop out? Will she continue with her campaign? Teresa Ross joins. Teresa writes, hi, everyone. Hello, Teresa. Thank you for joining. As I was saying, it's an exciting night. New Hampshire primary, the results are in. Fox News decision desk projects that Trump has won. NBC News projects that Trump has won. And the question now is Nikki Haley going to drop out? And Michael writes she needs to drop out. So that's Michael expressing his views. And let's see what Terry writes. She's running to South Carolina. Talking about South Carolina coming up next month, I think Trump is going to win South Carolina. Now, here's what Nikki Haley reportedly said. I did not watch her speech. I was reading some news updates. I'm going to catch up on both Trump's speech and Nikki Haley's speech after my live stream. I was actually out this evening, so I was driving, so I really didn't get to watch the speeches. But reportedly, Nikki Haley said that the race is far from over. So that's Nikki Haley expressing her thoughts, which has been reported by news media. She said, reportedly, that the race is far from over. So now we understand what she's thinking. She wants to continue with her campaign. So let's check the chat window. A viewer writes, what a great night, Tassif. It is a great night, a night of victory for Trump. So the next one is the Republican presidential caucus in Nevada in February. And then obviously South Carolina is coming up in February. Now in Nevada, I think I checked the numbers. There are 26 delegates. So as we're looking at Nevada for next month, there are 26 delegates in Nevada. And I want to share with you some important data from Fox News voter analysis. And this is from New Hampshire. So this will tell you what the New Hampshire Republicans were thinking as they made their decisions today. Immigration is the top issue in the list of the most important issues for Republican voters in New Hampshire. And this is according to Fox News voter analysis. According to the analysis by Fox News, 4 in 10 Republican primary voters, New Hampshire, 4 in 10 Republican primary voters said that immigration is their top issue. And obviously, if you follow my channel, if you've been watching my videos, then you know that immigration is probably the number one issue I discuss on my YouTube channel. Now, here are some important numbers. I'm going to share with you some more data. According to Fox News voter analysis, only 12% of Republican voters said that they are getting ahead financially. Only 12% said that they're getting ahead financially. 59% said that they are holding steady. So they're hanging on. They're holding steady. And 28% said that they are falling behind. So once again, just to recap, Michael writes, for me, it's the economy and immigration. Absolutely, Michael. Immigration and economy, the two most important issues, I think, for voters this election cycle. So let me just recap what I said. According to Fox News voter analysis, only 12% of Republican voters said that they're getting ahead financially. 59% said that they're holding steady, and 28% said that they're falling behind. And this is significant. So this explains the choices that the New Hampshire Republicans made. They voted for Trump. So only 12% believe that they are getting ahead. That's a very small percentage. That means that most people think that they are either just hanging on, just holding steady somehow, or falling behind. And these numbers don't surprise me, because I think as American citizens, we feel the financial pain every day, every week, every month. When we buy groceries, when we buy gas, we feel the financial pain. And so when people think that immigration is the top issue and that people are struggling in this economy, then it is very clear why the Republicans of New Hampshire voted for Trump. Because the Republicans know that Trump can deliver results. When Trump makes campaign promises, he can deliver the results when he's in office. We have seen him do that during his first term. He made promises and then he kept the promises. He delivered results. The Republicans understand that Trump can secure the border and he can bring the economy back on the right track. And that's why tonight is such a great night, because the people of New Hampshire, the Republicans, they have spoken and they have selected Trump. Trump is the winner tonight, my friends. And it is such a wonderful news. So Trump won at the Iowa caucus and Trump won in New Hampshire. Let me check the chat window here. A comment. Well, the chat window keeps vanishing as I say, so I have to bring it back. Okay, a comment here. I have been watching a lot of your videos. Your input is so appreciated. Yes, immigration is most important. Absolutely. You know, immigration, the border crisis is hurting the whole country, hurting so many communities across the country, hurting our economy. Our tax dollars are being spent on the undocumented immigrants. So it's a loss for the American citizens. And so the border crisis has to be addressed. And people know that Donald Trump can do that. He can do that because he can get things done. Let me check the chat window again. But I have to tell you, thank you for communicating with me using the chat window. Thank you for writing your comments, asking your questions, and thank you for tuning in when I do these live streams. I really appreciate that, because I want this to be a form of interaction. As I'm speaking, I want to hear your thoughts, your comments. So I appreciate it when you get in touch with me and you let me know what's on your mind. So I'm going to move forward here. Let's talk about Nikki Haley. Here's what I'm thinking. Nikki Haley, and I've said this before, I mean, she had a successful career. She was the governor of South Carolina. She was the U.S. ambassador to the UN, and she was the U.S. ambassador to the UN when Trump was the president. So, when Trump was in office, she was able to serve in that position. So, here's what I think about Nikki Haley. I think Nikki Haley can create a strong foundation for a future presidential race. If Nikki Haley decides to endorse Trump now, at this point in the race, if Nikki Haley decides to endorse Trump, if she appears on stage with Donald Trump, and if she acknowledges the fact that the voters overwhelmingly support Trump, and if Nikki Haley endorses Trump in front of the public on stage, I think the Republican voters will remember that. And I think if Nikki Haley wants to run for president again in the future, then endorsing Trump in 2024 would be very beneficial for her. Because by doing that, she would earn a lot of support from Republicans for a future presidential race. So I think it is, obviously there are lots of advisors and consultants out there, I'm sure, who are advising Nikki Haley on regarding what to do next. But as a conservative, as a Republican in a battleground state, because I'm in Wisconsin, purple state, battleground state, as a Republican in a battleground state, as somebody who understands politics, as somebody who understands public policy, as somebody who pays attention to what's going on in the country and around the world every day, I think, in my observation, this is my opinion, I think it's time for Nikki Haley to endorse Donald Trump. If she wants to run for president again in the future, and she has got time, she can run, she should endorse Trump. Now, I think that Ron DeSantis has secured a victory in a way, if you think about it. Ron DeSantis has secured a victory by endorsing Trump. Because now the Trump supporters will love Ron DeSantis because Ron DeSantis endorsed Trump. So the Trump supporters will now love Ron DeSantis, and they may support him if he runs for president in the future. And he's fairly young, and I've mentioned that before. He can run again. Right now, he has an important office to take care of. He is the governor of Florida. So he can easily run again in the future. And so Ron DeSantis, by dropping out of the race and by endorsing Trump, he has secured a victory, because the Republicans who are supporting Trump will remember what Ron DeSantis did, and they may support him if he runs for president in the future. So the longer Nikki Haley stays in the race, the more she is moving away from the Trump supporters. I don't see a pathway for Nikki Haley to secure the GOP nomination in 2024. So if she steps away from the race now and endorses Trump, she will earn a lot of support in the future from the current Trump supporters. Does that make sense? But if she continues to stay in the race, if we get to Nevada, the caucus there, if we get to South Carolina primary and beyond, and if she continues to be in the race, then she's moving further and further and further away from the Trump supporters. And people have good memory, especially people in politics, especially people who pay attention to what's going on in the political world. And so if she continues staying in this race, the more further away she's going to move from the Trump supporters. And when Nikki Haley decides to run for president again in the future, these Trump supporters may not support her. They may support Ron DeSantis. They may support Vivek Ramaswamy. They may not support Nikki Haley. So you may agree with my analysis. You may not. So let me know what your thoughts are. My friend Terry writes, that makes sense. Thank you, Terry. And so that's why I think that Nikki Haley should think about the future. 2024, in my opinion, is not the year for her. But she can have a great political future if she makes the right decisions this cycle. She should endorse Trump and keep the door open for current Trump supporters to support her in the future. That would be the right move for Nikki Haley to make. Hey, that's just my opinion. But as I said, there are advisors, there are consultants, I'm sure, out there advising her, and she's going to decide what she's going to decide. So those are my thoughts, my friends. Overall, it is a wonderful night, and let's just enjoy this victory. If you are a Trump supporter, let's just enjoy this victory. And this is a victory for Republicans, because it's clear that Trump is the strongest candidate from the GOP side. And so if he wins, if you are a Republican and you want to see a Republican president in the White House, if you want to see conservative policies being implemented, if you want to see the border secure, if you want to see the economy being brought back on the right track, if you want to see the United States having strong relationship with our international allies, if you want to see governance as like peace through strength, if you want to see that kind of leadership, then we need a Republican president. And who is it going to be? Trump is the best candidate in 2024. So a victory for Trump tonight is a victory for all Republicans, all freedom-loving Americans. So those are my thoughts, my friends. I am going to be checking the chat window, and I appreciate you all joining. And I was outside, and I had things to do, and I thought, well, I'm going to go home and do a live stream. There's no way that I'm going to miss doing a live stream tonight, because it's such a great night. And let's just share this good news. Let's just enjoy. So let's see the comments here. Michael writes, it is her best interest to drop out of the race. Exactly, Michael. That's what I said, and I'm glad you are in agreement that it would be in Nikki Haley's best interest, when you think about her political future, to drop out of the race now and to perhaps run again in the future. She can run again in the future. So um, Terry writes, celebrate. And yeah, well, it's a night of celebration. So with that, I don't have much more to add at this time. I know that, okay, I've got another comment here, a comment that I'm going to read. I was off work tonight, so I had to stop by and show my support to your channel and to celebrate red, white, and blue hearts. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. The more people tune in during my live stream, it just makes the conversation even better. And also, I want to highlight once again that if you want to send me emails, you can. My email address is Tausif, which is my first name, Tausif at Tausifanam, that's my name, .net. So once again, the email address is Tausif at Tausifanam.net. You can email me. You can go check out my YouTube videos and comment on the videos. You can go check out my website, tausifanam.net. And also, before I forget, I have one more highlight. So my viewers probably already know that I write a lot. I have my own blog on my website, but I also write many opinion pieces. So I write letters to editors and I write op-eds that that get published in newspapers nationwide. And so far, more than 100 opinion pieces that I wrote have been published in American publications. So, lots of different publications: USA Today, Chicago Tribune, the Western Journal, Philadelphia Inquirer, Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, Milwaukee Journal Sentinel, the Capital Times, Wisconsin State Journal, Boston Globe, and there are some other names. So I reached that important milestone of 100 publications at the end of 2023. So, it was an important milestone for me, and I shared that good news on my channel with my viewers and subscribers. And just today, another letter to the editor that I wrote on homelessness was published by the Capital Times. And the Capital Times is a newspaper here in Wisconsin. You can look it up. It's the Capital Times. In short, people call it the Cap Times. And the title of my letter to the editor is "Society Must End Homelessness." And I'm actually going to pull it up here on my phone. I've got my phone right here next to me. So it was published today, and the title is "Society Must End Homelessness." So if you want to check that out, please do so. You can type my name on the internet search engine. Just type Tausif Anam, and you can write "Society Must End Homelessness," and I'm sure you'll find it in the search results. And I actually just shared, I'm not going to read the whole letter here, but I'm going to share a little bit of information that I included in this letter. And that is, according to the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development, so HUD in short, more than 650,000 people experienced homelessness on a single night in 2023, which is a 12% increase from 2022. So many people are homeless in America. And so, and I've said this before, that the liberal politicians, they have forgotten about the homeless Americans, and they are focusing only on the undocumented immigrants. I mean, the liberal politicians, in New York City and Chicago, I don't hear them talking about American citizens who are homeless. I mean, they keep talking about the undocumented immigrants, the migrants. So, I think as Americans, we have to pay attention to the American citizens who are homeless. And many of them are veterans, people who served in the military, people who served our country. And so that's why I thought it's important for me to write on this issue. And so you can check it out. But as the title says, society must end homelessness. We have to find a solution to address this issue, and we have to make sure that people have a place to sleep, people have the comfort of a home. So I will talk more about that in the future. Please check out my website, tausifanam.net. Read my latest letter to the editor, Society Must End Homelessness, and share with me your thoughts. And I'll be back again with another live stream. But before that, before I conclude this, I'm going to check out the live chat window. Terry writes, I think Trump won 12 to 14 points above Nikki. Do you know the final results yet? No, I don't know the final results, Terry. I am still checking. I've got my phone right here, not on the screen. So I'm gonna wait. I will be up. I'm gonna be up for maybe a couple more hours. I may sleep at midnight. I will be paying attention, and I'm curious to know what the final numbers look like. How many percentage votes did Trump get in New Hampshire, and how many percentage did Nikki Haley get? How big is the difference? So I'm going to pay attention to that right after I end this live stream. So thank you once again for joining. I appreciate that. And stay connected with me. On my YouTube channel, I think I am at currently at 975 subscribers. It is wonderful to see such tremendous support. I mean, just a couple months ago, this number was significantly lower. So I've seen hundreds and hundreds of people subscribe to my YouTube channel over the last few months. And so I appreciate that. Let's get to 1,000 subscribers, and then we can set another goal and start increasing that number. Let's grow this community. The more people subscribe, the more I can share my message with freedom-loving Americans. So please, if you like this channel, if you have already subscribed, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family members, share with them a link to my YouTube channel or a link to one of my YouTube videos. Ask them to subscribe. Let's grow the subscriber count, and let's keep this conversation going. Thank you once again for joining. And viewer writes, thank you and have a good night all. Have a good night. And it's a great night, a great victory in New Hampshire. Let's look forward to February. The Nevada caucus is coming up, and then the South Carolina primary. So lots more exciting stuff coming up soon. And on this channel, I will do my best to share with you the latest updates as well as my commentary on social and political issues, both domestic and international. With that, have a good night, stay safe, and I'll be back with another live stream. Thank you.